Cameron is back. It's been 13 years, you know. James has been in his bunker writing this masterpiece of a movie, fucking creating the craziest plot with the best characters and the best writing you've ever seen. Pushing what film can be. Not really, not at all. This movie was this is something that should have been made a year or two after the original Avatar. I can't believe this took this long. Like, all this for this, like.
It could never be good enough to justify the length and the hype that he's just continued to put around himself in these movies for so long. These movies, they're not great. You gotta focus on their moments. I think the first one, if I remember correctly, did have better moments.
Sam and Zoe are back and they have a big old family now. The kids are the center stage of this movie. Sam and Zoe kind of fall in the back. I was curious how they're gonna grow their relationship, but there isn't really anything that happens between them, which was really disappointing to see, especially in a movie that's 3 hours and 10 minutes. The majority of this fucking movie is just scenery. Let's do a 5-minute montage of like nice water.
30-minute montages.
Yeah,
man.
it just keeps on repeating itself, man.
Dude.
And it gets to a point where you're like, dude, I understand technology and the CG can look pretty nice at times. I've played enough video games and seen enough fucking CG video game trailers. Like, I don't need to you don't need this, James. Why don't you make a good fucking movie?
You've got to sit through about 30 minutes of Discovery Channel footage just to get like an action scene. And then the action scene happens, it's not that great. And then you got to sit through another half hour of world building and underwater shit.
Yeah, it's not even a fun movie. It's taking itself very seriously and trying to like make you care about the world. But James's writing is so fucking rudimentary. It makes the world boring because all the other characters around it are boring. And all the big events happen because of stupid decisions the kids make every time. Yep. In the beginning, you're like, okay, I get it. You know, kids be kids, they're stupid. But when it's every single time, you have to look at James and be like, dude, you're bad at creating these moments naturally. You have to rely on stupid characters doing stupid things every fucking time.
For this 3-hour movie, I've sat through 2-hour movies that did feel way longer than this movie. So I will give it some points to just like progression and moving forward, which is kind of bizarre with how dragged out some of these world building scenes are.
Yeah, like Irishman definitely felt.
Dude, I aged a year or two watching that movie.
We've reached a point now where like CG is pretty fucking solid. Like this movie doesn't shock you in the way the first Avatar did, but we become so saturated with CG. It just doesn't work anymore, man. I get more excited now in the theater when I watch real life cars just blow up. You can show me an hour of like beautiful CG aliens fucking having sex. I'd be like, I don't care. I want to see a guy driving a car off a cliff. Like
the first Avatar came out at the perfect time, the height of 3D technology and immersive, crazy experience. So it worked in that sense so well.
And even as good as the CG was in this movie, every time there was a human character like mixing in with the scenery and the other CG characters, you could tell like James is still not at that level where he can like really blend the worlds together. Especially with that fucking stupid Tarzan kid. Holy shit, worst character, man.
That was a terrible choice. Every 5th word out of the kid's mouth is like bro or cuz.
They're talking like fucking TikTokers or something, dude.
Yeah,
like, what
it's so obnoxious.
Like,
I was kind of bummed out by the music and the score. I kind of wanted it to be more, kind of be a bigger deal and more thought out, but it felt, I don't know, just kind of generic.
The Colonel is less of a force than he was in the first one. Like,
far less of a force.
It's just like, it just sucked.
You need to see Stephen Lang to fully receive his presence. In the first one, you're like, fuck me, this dude has a gash on his head from whatever attacked him. Like, I like him as an actor and his presence he has in movies, but when they just put him in a CGI blue guy who's 40 years younger, it just really takes away from that. It's okay, breathe from here. Breathe. Slow your heart. Slow your heart. I'll give Avatar 2, The Way of Water, a 5.5 out of 10. It's not sitting with me in a way that I care at all. But I mean, I didn't absolutely fucking hate it. It progressed fine enough. Some of the imagery was cool. Yeah, 5.5 out of 10 I guess seems fine.
I'm gonna go 4.5 out of 10. I just don't care, man. But at the same time, I always respect, you know, a director who wants to be a director and do their own thing. I don't know. He could have just kept the CG from the first movie like touched up a little bit and then just spent 13 years writing an awesome movie, you know? And we would have watched it like, damn, that was great, worth it.
It still would have looked better than Marvel
instead of this. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, well, that's it. I don't think you should watch it, honestly. I think it's a waste of time.
Yeah, this is definitely a home streaming movie. Be comfortable. It's not gonna make its money at the box office, there's no way, so don't even worry about that contribution.
Just go take a shit in the ocean.
Go kill a whale.
Go pee in a pool. That's it, everyone. Thanks for... yeah, later. Bye. The whales. Oh my god, they're talking to me, the whales. Oh my god. Fuck, dude, I'm so hungry. I can't wait to just fucking... It's too painful.